Wrestling Conscious channel, where we suplex the common sense in these wrestling street. Common sense in these wrestling streets. Let me get these words out. Thank you for just being nice, helping me towards my goal. I want to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year and increase my watch time. Just please like, please subscribe. Let's have a dialogue. I'm all about the dialogue. I know last week or the week there's a video you guys didn't like. For some reason I touched a nerve, but I was being honest. Now, let's talk about how the foundations of wrestling are getting lost. We don't care about championships. We don't care about the heel and the babyface. And we don't care about individuality and gimmicks. Those are the foundations of wrestling folklore. Not law, my accent, L-A-W. Law. L-O-R-E. Do you get it? No? A body of traditions and knowledge on a subject held by a particular group, typically passed from person to person or word of mouth. So how do we know what kayfabe is? We know it because we're just in the wrestling culture. We know what a heel is. You don't go learn school like, hey, Tommy, what's a heel? We know it because we're part of the culture and we know what it is. I have my husband, he has a go at me. I was just talking wrestling law like jobber, and he was like, he knows what jobber is. He doesn't even know what jobber is, but he kind of gets it because he's just around me hearing my commentary and I'm talking about jobber. He's like, what's a jobber? Oh, a jobber is this. And then he tries to use it like someone that work is a jobber. I was like, no, you can't use it for work. Just leave it in the wrestling arena, okay? Leave it in the wrestling arena. But we have this knowledge that usually the prefaces of wrestling is you have championships. Use it as a prop, use it as whatever. But the championship usually signifies success. But they're moving up the hierarchy as a mid-carder, as a main eventer, as a top person, I would say top guy, top woman. And in theory, you're the best in the industry at that moment. And you're helping usually, especially your babyface, to push merch. You are helping helping with merch. You're helping being the North Star. You're pushing things along. Pushing usually products along if you're the champion. Okay? So the championship for the story for kayfabe is you're supposed to be the best. I want to be the very best that no one ever was. Dun dun. Sorry for my alarm and my Pokemon singing. But that is the point of having the championship. Okay? Now, we're in the world of in-betweeners. Everyone's an in-betweener, like a Comfort, he can act like a face, but he's really a heel. Seth Rollins is really a baby face, but he acts like a heel. LA Knight sometimes have a bit of a heelish streak to him. Kevin Owens, he's supposed to be a heel, but I understand that he can be right. So, and then heels and heels go against each other, like Liv Morgan and Nia Jax for Crown Jewel. I didn't understand that. Why did that happen? Tell me. That didn't make no sense to me. And for, Rhea. It didn't make one sense to me. And then, I gotta say it because it's in the WWE universe. When Liv Morgan won the Crown Jewel, have that little crappy build-up for that stupid PLE, 2 seconds, did together for Survivor Series as the heel faction. I was like, don't make sense. You're ruining wrestling law. That don't make sense. Everything what has been predicated for years has just been, just gone. I know wrestling, sometimes you got to have a bit of amnesia. You just got to move story. You just got to move things along the consensus. But not so much where I'm like, nah, this is too much, mate. It's too much. How can... Now let's get back to the championships, which I was talking about earlier. How can a bracelet, because AJ, CM Punk's wife, and I can't remember, Larry on the bracelet. How can that be more important than the championship? If the North Star, if we're supposed to, like, who's the best in wrestling lore, why are we fighting over pepper necklaces and bracelets and bragging rights? What's happened to a good old feud? The only good feud what we had was of old school and good wrestling lore was Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. You can feel that they hate each other. You know what I'm saying? They have deep hate. I don't feel it with Undisputed Wrestling. I don't even feel it with the Cody Rhodes and the Kevin Owens thing. I don't even feel they don't even hate each other. I feel they're still friends. So they're still friends. I didn't understand why they fought each other for the championship. Like, was it Bash of Berlin or something? That's just stupidness. Stupidness, I tell ya. Alright. Now, so we covered... No, just in case people don't know what a heel is. I'm just going to, take it back to wrestling. A heel, in wrestling slang, is the villainous character who generates negative reactions from the audience. They get a reaction. Not no reaction, like Candice LeRae, but a proper reaction. Heels are portrayed as immoral, dishonest, and often engage in rule breaking during matches. Okay? And a face in wrestling, or baby face in wrestling, a face who either lacks traits of a traditional baby face or acts like a heel, but they get cheered nonetheless. I think that's like a Seth Rollins. That's one definition. But the baby faces are typically admired and supported by the audience. They embody positive traits such as honesty, sportsmanship, and fighting for justice. And, the truest babyface we have, whether we like it or not, I was going to say Roman Reigns, which is true, but an example would be Cody Rhodes. An example is Cody Rhodes. Now let's talk about gimmicks. Gimmicks. Do these wrestlers do they have gimmicks? What I'm like shouting about. What is the best gimmick in wrestling right now? Not apart from Tony Storm. Just to talk about WWE. Let's maybe be a bit tribalism. Who has the best gimmick in the last 2-3 years? LA Knight, yeah. Okay, LA Knight, yeah. Okay. The only person I can say is a good gimmick right now is Shinsuke Nakamura. One which I'm gonna watch out for, but it's been around for 10 years of how the transition and the evolution is New Day. I'm watching out if their gimmick is changing. It's slowly changing. The gimmick is lost. Back in Attitude Era, everyone had a gimmick. Val Venus, Gangrel, everyone had their individual style. But Al Snow, everyone. They had their thing. They had their object. They had something what made them stand out. How does DIY stand out? How does Motor Machine Gun stand out? How does Kamala Hayes stand out? Tell me. Tell me what you want. I don't see nothing. Anyway. The art of the wrestling folklore has been broken. It needs to be repaired because we're losing ourselves from wrestling. And we cannot just live for social media likes. It's destroying wrestling. This is Wrestling Conscious Channel. Let me know what you think. Alright. Toodles. Over now.